Alright, I got a bunch of tweets and messages from you guys telling me that George Lucas sold LucasArts, basically everything that is Star Wars, everything with the Star Wars name and brand attached to it, sold to the Disney Corporation. And I just want to make a video here giving my initial thoughts of this. I'll leave an article linked in the video description, the article I read about this, someone tweeted it to me. And I'm not as furious as some of the Star Wars fanatics out there. I love the Star Wars franchise. I even said in a previous video, it's my favorite trilogy of movies, episodes 4, 5, and 6. Let's be realistic. That's the real Star Wars franchise. Anyway, and one of the things that was said, actually, I'll get to that in a little bit, but there's a lot of opinions that are coming out about this, and a lot of people that are upset. They think this is a terrible move. They think this is going to be the worst thing for Star Wars. And here's how I look at it. All right. Can the Star Wars franchise be done worse than how it's currently being done under the control of George Lucas? If you do want to see another Star Wars movie made, do you want to see George Lucas make it? I don't know. I'm of the consensus here that says I'm kind of glad George Lucas sold the Star Wars franchise. I mean, he's got $4 billion from this. You know what? Good for him. People may say that's a shit ton of money. Does he really deserve that much for those fucking movies? But you know what? He's going to take it and he's going to enjoy the money. And he's basically admitting that he's done, he's spent. There's really no more that he can offer to the franchise and his LucasFilm company, which he has sole control of. It's basically an independent movie company that he owns. It isn't a big major motion picture company that made those Star Wars films. It was his personal company. I mean, name one other director out there that's made mega blockbusters that big and done it under their own production company. Now, it was announced that they are going to make new Star Wars movies. Episode 7 was listed as being in the works. It's going to come out, and I think they said 2017, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, it says it in the article. Anyways, it's years down the road. I mean, it's not like we know who the actors are going to be in it or anything. And it's going to be basically a continuation of the story of basically where it ends in Return of the Jedi. And I mean, well, I'm just kind of guessing, but I mean, it's going to basically pick up some time after that fact. And I got to tell you, I would really be interested to see a movie like that, to see the Star Wars franchise continue on. Now, am I expecting it to be as good as the original 3 films, episodes 4, 5, and 6? No. I mean, let's be realistic. Those 3 films have a charm that is of their own, of their time, of their place, and of their just total spectacle of what they were. But as pretty much any other Star Wars fan, you gotta say, yeah, you would be interested in seeing a new Star Wars film, and we're gonna get that. And we're gonna get a new Star Wars film that isn't made by George Lucas. How can you hate that? Anyways, that's the thought that's echoing in my mind from this as a Star Wars fan myself. And to the Star Wars fans out there, do you just not want to see Star Wars films ever be made now? Or if you want to see another Star Wars film made, do you just want to see it made by George Lucas or no one else? Like, I don't understand why people are upset. The franchise is going to basically live on potentially forever now, to the end of time, whatever. Because the one thing, and I'm not a big fan of Disney. I really am not. As far as movie production companies go, Disney is one of the lower rung companies as far as I'm concerned. But the one thing that Disney has always done a good job on is imagination. And Star Wars is proverbially the best fantasy series of films there's ever been. And that point's arguable. I know people are going to be like, oh, this is a better example. Okay, fine, whatever. But here's the thing. that's a franchise that feeds off imagination. It feeds off of people, you know, thinking outside the box and creating just, you know, a spectacle beyond sight and sound and all that other cliche shit. And I'm actually digging this move. I'm digging the fact that Disney is the production company that took this over. And it's going to be more than just movies. I mean, let's be realistic. I mean, we're going to see, you know, Darth Vader the ride or the Luke Skywalker experience at Disney World and shit like that. You know, I mean, just to, you know, throw a few ideas on the table. They own the rights to everything. They can do whatever they want with the Star Wars brand right now. And, you know, as far as, like, you know, Disney World, Disneyland, and all the Disney theme park properties, you know, just something like that alone, I'm just like, wow, I can't wait to see what they're going to do in the future with this. So I'm very optimistic with what's going to happen with the Star Wars franchise now. So to the people that are getting upset about this, I don't understand why people are getting upset right off the bat. I mean, there's a lot of Star Wars fans, you know, contact me going, you know, what the hell? This is the worst thing for the franchise. How could George Lucas do this? He's doing it just for the money. Well, okay, maybe that may partly be true. He is doing it just for the money. But if he has nothing left to offer, nothing left he wants to do with the franchise, why shouldn't he sell it? Why should we criticize him if he does sell it? I mean, what would you do in his shoes? He's clearly saying that he's basically just exhausted. He's exhausted all his potential thought and ability with the Star Wars franchise. Why hold on to it? What's the point? What's the point of just, you know, making a few, you know, $10 million more, whatever the case may be, if he doesn't want to put effort into making anything new? So, you know, I hate what George Lucas did with the episodes 1, 2, and 3. But, you know, that just reaffirms that I don't want to see him make future episodes. And now that there's future episodes that are going to be made outside of his name, I just think that's splendid. Well, I think that's the first time I ever said splendid in one of my videos. Sorry, the fireplace is going. It's trying to interfere with this video. Anyway, one other thing. Shit, what was the other point I was going to make? Damn it, that's what I get for not writing things down. The episodes 1, 2, and 3. Girlfiend, what else was I going to say?
I don't know. It's all boring.
Okay, she's bored to death with this.
I think nobody cares.
Okay, she doesn't really care about Star Wars now. Okay, we can all hate her for that. God damn it, I had one major point that I wanted to add to this. Episodes 1, 2, and 3. I'm sorry, I'm trailing off here, people. Listen to the fire while I think about this. But yeah, I mean, I'm optimistic for this. And George Lucas is stepping away, and god damn, I can't think of that last point. Hold on a second, people. I'm for the first time going to stop a video and do a second take here so I can remember the point I was going to make. Hold on a second. I remember what it was. We now, as Star Wars fans, get the chance to get the original, untouched versions of episodes 4, 5, and 6 re-released on, or excuse me, released on DVD for the first time, or Blu-ray. Because at least one thing that Disney does is when they release something, like they'll like remaster Beauty and the Beast or whatever, put it on disc, like they don't sit there and they don't add in, you know, extra CGI and shit like that. I know there's no real CGI in a cartoon. Well, technically there is, but anyway. This is that whole The People versus George Lucas documentary. If you saw that, the people, you know, signing the petitions and all this shit. My God, we might finally as Star Wars fans, get the original episodes 4, 5, and 6 released on DVD without all the extra shit, without Han dodging a bullet because Greedo shot him first, even though in the original film it never happened. Like, all that shit. We could finally get the original films. Hopefully. Just you know, my thought. I know Disney has tweaked a few things on their re-releases of shit, but anyway, I'm happy for this news, and I'm so happy and ecstatic that, you know, it broke my trend here. I lost my train of thought. That's how excited I was over this. I had to stop the video and add a second part here just to sit back and think. But anyway, I'm glad George Lucas is stepping away from this. And again, do you Star Wars fans not want to see more Star Wars movies? And do you think they're going to be worse than episodes 1, 2, and 3 watch The Phantom Menace again if you want to see George Lucas make another Star Wars movie. Tell me oh yeah, I can't wait for him to make Episode 7. Yeah, let's have him behind the ball on that one. Anyways, I'm excited about this news. I can't wait to see a new Star Wars film, and one that's basically, you know, inspired by George Lucas, not made by George Lucas. I really like to see what Disney's going to do with this. But, you know, who knows? Maybe they'll mess it up more than episodes 1, 2, and 3 were. So, who knows? We'll see. Anyways, optimistic for the future. Congratulations, George Lucas. You got $4 billion more in your pocket. And Disney, don't fuck this up. Please. Have a great day, everyone.